right, it is 5-5 as we go to the 10th. Hitters 9, 1, and 2 due for the Dogs. Black, Phelps, and Jackson. The right-hander Webb looking in. Here's a pitch. RB takes down and in. It's 1-0. Thank you, the great Frank Bulldog Beltran says, go Dogs. Frank got very famous. He and Carol, the home radio booth at Foley Field, as you might have heard, named for him.
We love him.
Righty against lefty. From the belt, Webb's 1-0. Black takes a strike on the outer half. Thank you, Ryan Leonard. His parents, Wesley and Leslie, listening in from Troup County today. Patrick Hobson up in Charlotte says, go Dogs. Webb, the righty. Black, the lefty. Here's a pitch. Called strike. That was a good one on the outer half. Just a hammer in there at 90.
So their extra inning loss came on March 1st against UCLA. That was an 8-7 10-inning loss. That was not here.
1-2 to Black. Webb comes set. Here's the pitch. Almost hit him 2-2, and ours was to Troy.
Yep.
Dogs are riding a 6-game winning streak. Georgia in gray and Mississippi State in white with those maroon pinstripes. Phelps and Jackson are next. Webb looking in. The 2-2. Ground ball towards first, but foul.
Yeah, their extra inning game was in Arlington, again on March 1st.
Those big early season tournaments.
Yep. They had played Arizona State, Virginia Tech, and then UCLA.
Well, what a game here today. What a series. How the wind blowing out towards left as I look at the flags out and left. Here's a 2-2. Ground ball right side towards that shift. Fry to his right backhand. Throw to first. Ryan beats it out. He's safe. Georgia's got the go-ahead run aboard. Ryan Black just making it happen. That's his third hit of the game. So Black aboard, and here's Phelps.
That puts us 6 for 10, getting the leadoff man on.
Love it. Trey doubled to start the game. Popped to second. His next time up in the second. He struck out in the fourth, bounced to short in the sixth, flew to center in the eighth. And that right side, DJ, it is wide open. I mean wide open. Webb looking in. Strike one on the inner half. Well, if Trey could just roll one to that right side, Georgia would have two aboard.
Ryan's second 3-hit game of the year.
Righty out righty. The pitch, swing and a miss.
So Rylan and Ryan both have 3 hits today. Jackson, Oriach, and Hudson each have 2 hits.
Yeah, the Rye guys.
That's right.
Ryan and Ryland showing the way. The 0-2 to Trey. Bouncing ball towards short. This could be 2. Woodson flips to second for 1. Fries relay. He's safe. So Phelps aboard, and that'll bring up Daniel. They're going to look at this. He beat it. As Jackson will stand in. Dan is 2 out of 5. I'll be shocked, stunned, and amazed if they overturn it, but
shouldn't take too long.
No, we've had that happen before when we've been shocked, stunned, and amazed. So we wait on Birmingham. And he is safe. Close, but safe.
Wait, we're looking at a close play?
He's safe.
Of course, you can't, on the screen I'm looking at, you can't see the ball going into the glove. So it doesn't help you any. Actually, you can't really tell on the big screen either.
Nope.
Well, good thing they called him safe on the field then.
Yes. We haven't had an announcement. Here we go. He's safe. There we go. All right, here's Dan Jackson talking about running on fumes. Dan has caught every inning, every pitch this weekend. And now Wes going to call time here just to slow things down a bit. The game Trey had on Thursday, just an all-timer as He had a home run, 4 RBIs, 2 runs scored.
And then the catch.
The catch. And foul territory. What turned out to be a sacrifice fly 4 and nearly a double play.
Yep.
With Aoki.
Where the runner that tagged from third probably didn't need to do that.
No.
That wasn't the tying or the winning run.
Nope. That would have, what a way to end it. Instead, Dogs hit it, and Aoki got a bounce out to the next batter. All right, Dan Jackson digging in, hitting .402 on the year. That misses down and away. It's 1-0.
He is now starting to see just a heavy diet of breaking balls.
Yes, he is. Dan wears number 3. Phelps is the runner at first with 1 out. Dogs batting top of the 10th. It's 5-5. Jackson liner out into right. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Attaboy Dan, he goes the other way. And Georgia with runners at first and second and 1 out for Michael O'Shaughnessy. Well, Dave, can he be the hero again?
Well, we'd love it for sure. DJ now has 5 3-hit games this year. So good to see, hopefully, that bat coming back alive, which is funny to say when you're hitting over 400.
My goodness.
I love going the other way there.
All right, here's Shaggy. He had the game-tying home run in the 7th inning last night.
We've now out-hit him 15-8.
Righty against lefty. The pitch. This is hit high out into left with some carry. Going back, looking up at the wall. It's out of here. Shaggy with a 3-run homer. Nunnally leaping at the wall. He couldn't get it. And the Dogs take the lead 8-5.
And what was he doing there, Jeff? Swinging at the first pitch, going the other way.
A 3-run homer for Michael O'Shaughnessy. He goes deep. And back-to-back games. And the Dogs lead it by 3.
So Lujo had the big 3-run homer in the 5th inning. And now 5 innings later in the 10th, another big 3-run homer.
Holy smokes, what a series. Here's Henry Allen. 8-5 Georgia. Webb's pitch. This is hit high out into center field. Chance coming on. He makes a catch. 2 outs. And that'll bring up Oriach. And, well, we talked about it. The wind was blowing out to center, and it shifted to left.
And Shaggy just got that one up in the jet stream. I mean, he hit it really good anyway.
As Oriach sends this one foul, and I think out of play. Yes, sir. Thank you, Terry Graham. He's got us dialed in. Just says Shaggy.
It's funny, too, when you start again. We don't start games as early as we did today, but how much conditions change from like 10 a.m. local to where we are now at just after 2 o'clock local.
Well, you're not kidding. 0-1 to Oriach. Webb looking in. From the belt. Here's the pitch. That misses upstairs. My dad listening in over in Hilton Head says, "Go Dogs."
That'll get the Twitters going again.
Yes, it will. Thank you, Daryl Huckabee. Thank you, Robbie Kirk. Just kaboom. 1-1 to Oriach. Here's a pitch. That's a strike on the outer half to make it 1-2. Thank you, Danny Fauché. Down in Vidalia. The Voodoo Dog sends me a great Zoinks, Shaggy goes yard, little Scooby-Doo. Dogs on top. It's 8-5. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike him out. Good sinker there from Webb. That's a 15th strikeout for Mississippi State pitching. But the Dogs grab the lead. Georgia scores 3 runs on 3 hits. There were no Mississippi State errors and no runners left on base. Michael O'Shaughnessy's 3-run homer gives the Dogs an 8-5 lead as we head to the bottom of the 10th in Starkville, Mississippi on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
At Piedmont, quality care changes lives. Meet Amarius, a former UGA football player and current NFL athlete who suffered a serious injury. Piedmont got him back in the game.
When I got injured, I was worried about my future in the game, but you and your team's expertise, care, and support reassured me from the start. I've been able to recover because of the quality care I received at Piedmont, and I'll always be grateful for your part in keeping my dreams alive.
Hear more at piedmont.org/qualitycare. Piedmont, real change lives here.
Get ready for the first pitch at the UGA bookstore, featuring the biggest selection of Bulldog gifts and apparel. Shop all the great brands at the UGA bookstore like Nike, Tommy Bahama, Peter Millar, Vineyard Vines, and Southern Tide. The UGA bookstore is your best source for custom NIL jerseys, including baseball. The UGA bookstore is in the heart of campus next to the Tate Student Center. Shop online 24 hours, 7 days a week at UGAbookstore.com. Get the ball out of the park by shopping at the UGA bookstore. It's where dogs shop.
Georgia with an 8-5 lead as we head to the bottom of the 10th. Thank you to my good buddy Jeff Turner listening in back at Athens. Joey Tucker, our bullpen reporter. Thank you, Frank Beltran, Flynn Nance, Huck, Judge Ellington. Now the Dogs just got to try and hang on. And leading things off for State will be the shortstop, Ryder Woodson. The 5, 6, and 7 spots due. Garrick Fry on deck, then James Nunnally. Aoki, a righty-righty matchup. Here's a pitch, called a strike. It's 0-1. This heard Dave make reference to 04. They had the bases loaded with nobody out and hit a little flare out to Marshall Zabo at second. He turned to double play, and that turned the tide.
Yeah.
The pitch a strike. It's 0-2.
I remember that.
That was a big one.
A heck of a play. Takes plays like that when you have those special kind of seasons.
Sure does. Stevens going down to the pen to loosen up. Paul Farley, too. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Caden Aoki. 2 more outs to get. Aoki with his third K. And here's Garrick Fry.
I got 11 for the staff, I believe.
Let's see, 7. I've got 12.
12. Every Georgia pitcher, though, has recorded at least one.
It's been tremendous. Here's Fry, who homered to tie it in the 6th. The pitch is strike. The good news here, Dave, if he homers, it will not tie.
That's right.
It is 8-5. Fry has homered twice this weekend. Well, we got the 27th out. Now we need to get the 29th and then the 30th as the Dogs lead 8-5. The pitch. He bunts. It's a beauty. Right out in front of the plate. Dan's got to hurry. He got him by a step at first. Great play by Dan Jackson. Put a star by that one. 2 away. And here comes Nunnally, who's hitting .245 with a homer and 5 RBIs. Nunnally, the left-hander. Dogs leading it 8-5. Righty against lefty. Aoki into the motion. Here's a pitch. Strike 1 on the inner half. Caden Aoki, 2-0 with 3 saves. The Georgia bullpen once again brilliant. Aoki got the save on Thursday night. Trying to get the win here this afternoon. The pitch. That misses outside. Can't even it. 1-1. Dogs scoring 3 in the top of the 10th inning. Black with a single. Phelps legged out a fielder's choice. Jackson with a single. Then Michael O'Shaughnessy, Shaggy, with a 3-run homer to left. Aoki struck out Woodson. Fry bounced out 2-3 on a bunt. There's a line drive, short hop. Trey knocks it down. Close at first. Safe. So Nunnally able to leg it out. Trey couldn't quite pick it cleanly. And State still alive. The left-hand hitting right fielder, Jacob Parker, will step to the plate. And Caden Aoki has pitch count just up over 30. Parker struck out swinging in the second. He doubled in the fourth, struck out looking in the sixth. He was hit by a pitch in the eighth. Parker trying to find his way aboard, and then State would get that tying run to the plate. Aoki's pitch missed outside. It's 1-0. And how about the catch that Lujo made in the eighth? Went over the wall to take a home run away from Woodson. Runner at first with 2 outs, bottom of the 10th. It's Georgia 8, Mississippi State 5. Aoki's pitch outside, 2-0. It's just never easy. It's never easy. 2 outs, nobody on. An infield hit. Now a 2-0 count to Parker. Aoki out of the stretch. From the belt, here's a pitch. Called strike on the inner half to make it 2-1. For the Dogs, 8 runs on 16 hits with 2 errors. For Mississippi State, 5 runs, 9 hits, and 2 errors. Aoki, righty against lefty. The 2-1 to Parker. Popped him up left side. This should do it. O'Shaughnessy, Branch, Colby calls, squeezes, and makes the catch falling back. The Dogs win it 8-5 in 10, completing the sweep of Mississippi State, and Georgia remains all alone atop the Southeastern Conference standings. Colby Branch fighting the win, makes the grab, and what a tremendous come-from-behind triumph by Georgia here this afternoon. For Mississippi State in the 10th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and Nunnally stranded. Georgia is now riding a 7-game winning streak, and that is back-to-back sweeps in the SEC, which is so hard to do. Sweeping South Carolina, now sweeping Mississippi State with a midweek win over Georgia State. And going back through the records, we think this is the first time Georgia has ever, through 12 games in SEC play, been 10-2. And I got to tell you, Bulldogs head coach Wes Johnson is fired up. He is high-fiving and chest-bumping his boys. And this is another one. Mississippi State's got a great team. All 3 of these games could have gone either way. But these resilient Bulldogs from Athens, Georgia, fight and scratch and claw and find a way. 10-9, 3-1, and 8-5 in 10. What a game, what a weekend, what a series, what a win, and what a sweep. We'll come back and check the totals on the other side. The final score again, in 10, Georgia 8, Mississippi State 5 on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.